Hey guys, welcome back to our channel and happy New Year's. I hope each and every one of you guys had a good holiday season and that you got everything that your heart desire over this holiday. I know, we're still going through this pandemic and things have been a little crazy with us not being able to spend time with our family and things like that. But I just hope that each and every one of you guys had a good holiday. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tammy and I love everything about makeup and beauty within a whole, as well as being healthy mentally, spiritually, and physically. So on my channel you'll see things that relates to those aspects of my life. But in this video today, I am going to be doing a mini small makeup collection because I want to take an inventory of the items that I have so I can know what it is I want to purchase within this year, if I'm going to purchase any makeup, and how I will go about saving my coins when it comes down to my makeup. If you're new to this channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become a part of the family. And guys, give this video a thumbs up. And if you have been following me, along my journey, I want to just thank you guys and for supporting me and for going along this journey with me. So I'm not going to keep you guys too long in this intro. I'm just going to do a pan around and just show you how I store my makeup. And believe it or not, I know you guys may think that I have a lot of makeup, but believe it or not, I do not have a lot of makeup. So I'm going to show you guys my small makeup collection and how I store my makeup in my small room. You guys know I have a beauty room, and if you want to see a whole full tour of the beauty room, leave a comment down below and I'll do a tour of my closet, guys. So in my closet I have a small little section where I store all my makeup, and let's just get into it. Okay guys, so as I explained to you guys, this is my makeup corner and I have shelves all the way up my wall. All the way down to my drawers down here. So I'm just going to go through and just show you how I store my makeup and what I have as far as my makeup collection. So at the very top I have some eyeshadow palettes, and what I do is I change out my lip glosses per season. So at the top I just have my lip glosses that I would usually, my liquid lipsticks and my lip glosses that I would usually wear in the summertime. And I just keep them in this acrylic drawer. And these are all of my hot pinks, my mauve pinks and orange lip glosses that I would usually wear in the summer and spring months. So I just put them up here out of the way. And then I have this shelf right here where I keep my eyeshadow palettes, and I'll go over the eyeshadow palettes that I have and show you guys, but I just want to kind of just show you how I store my makeup, and then I'll break it down and show you what I have. So on my next shelf I keep all of my makeup brushes, and let me zoom in. So right here, this is just Wicks Hazel and alcohol. I just kind of keep those up there for whenever I need them. But I keep all of my makeup brushes. I have the acrylic jars, and I will leave all of these acrylic items that I have down in the description if you guys want to purchase them. So I do have 2 more of the containers for my lip glosses and lipsticks, and I keep these ones right here because I reach for them the most. And these are all of my nudes, and these are my red and vampy colors that I usually wear in the fall and summer, the fall and winter months. And I just keep all of my makeup brushes in these containers. So moving down to this little section, this is where I store all of my eyeshadow palettes that I am currently using and use the most, right here in this little section next to my skincare fridge. But on top of the skincare fridge, I have all of my Juvia's Place palettes, and then right here I just have all of my regular palettes that I use on a day-to-day basis. So I'm just going to pour down all of my eyeshadow palettes right now and kind of just go through them and show you what I have in my collection. Okay, so jumping into jumping into the palettes that I had all the way at the top part of my storage shelves. The first palettes that like I said, I keep palettes up there that I no longer use as frequent. I use them sometimes, but these were oldie but goodies. These big palettes right here are palettes that I got from Coastal Scents. And I really like their brand. Their eyeshadows are very pigment. And if you're a starter into makeup, this company is the best company to go with because their shadows are reasonable. You don't have to get big palettes like this. You can just get the little single eyeshadows, and you can create your own palettes, which I did when I first started out using makeup. But this one is just a neutral palette, and as you can see, this used to be my favorite palette. I used to use this all the time to go to work. It was like my everyday palette, and as you see, I've hit pan in a few of these shades right here. It's like I said, the shadows are just so perfect. This is a great palette. So this was a new one, and then once I started getting into color, I started getting their single shades and making my own palettes. And even if you don't want to make, buy shades from them, you can always buy the eyeshadow case from them. I still have some extra ones, so if you ever go out and you buy like single shades, you can always use their containers to pop them in. But like this one right here, just hold all of my greens and a little bit of blues, but majority of greens. And like I said, I made this palette myself. And then I have this one is another nudie color, so I just have some nudes and some creams in here. Let me see something. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this light down so you can see it a little bit better. So I created that palette myself. This one used to be my favorite, guys, and yeah, I still use this one every now and then. But this one right here is my reds, my yellows. I have a little bit of a pop of orange and a pop of pink, but mostly reds and yellows in this one. This is one of my favorite palettes right here. And then the last one that I created with them was this purple and palette. So it has purples and pinks. And again, when I was buying shadows from them, I was usually buying them during Black Friday, because their eyeshadow were like 99 cents. So you could just get so many of them and create your own palette. So these are my favorite palettes. I've had them for a minute, but they're still good. Another palette that I got from Coastal Scent was this smoky palette. And this one is a smaller. It's not as big. The shadows are tiny, but it's very good when you're traveling. I usually take this one when I travel because it has pinks, it has blues, it has some purples, it has some nudes on there. So you can just put this in, you know, when you're traveling, and you can do any eyeshadow look. It has some black in here, some dark browns, so if you want to do a smoky look. So this is definitely, I still to this day use this palette when I'm going on vacation or if I'm traveling, because you can do so many looks with this one little palette, and it's easy to store and carry along with you. So also in that top palette, I have the Morphe palette by James Charles. Everybody know what this look like. It's basically small palette like the one that I just showed you. It does have a mirror to it, and it has a multiple of colors as well. So this one, again, believe it or not, I don't even think I ever used this one yet. So I may need to move it down so I can start getting some use out of it. I also have a another Morphe palette, and this one is the Morphe X Mani MUA palette. I got this one in a BoxyCharm, and that's what this looked like. I haven't used this one because to me, I feel like this is more of a spring palette. Something that I will use in the springtime. So that's why I put this one up at the top. So this is another one of my summer palettes. So I put this one up the top. And this one is a Makeup Revolution. This is the Tammy X palette. And this was her Tropical Carnival. So it just like have all the primary colors. So I have this one up there because it's a summer palette. I mean, I do know people do, you know, bold looks in the winter and the fall time, but I usually try to stick to nudes. This is my LA Girl Nudes. Keep that up there. I have another Morphe, and this is the Morphe 25D. And this one is an all nude palette. Again, this is a great palette if you're a beginner trying to do eyeshadows and you know want to do something that's you can do every day. This is a great palette for that. Love this palette. And I have another nude, and this one is the Magnific Eyes Spice Edition from Rimmel London. So I keep these ones all the way up at the top of my shelf because I just really don't reach for them as often as I do some of my other palettes. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and go over some of my Juvia's Place collection, and then I'll show you some of my other everyday palettes. So, for my Juvia's Place, I do have the Warrior 2 palette. And again, if you're looking for something that you can physically go into the store and purchase that's going to be reasonable price but are great eyeshadow palettes for beginners, Juvia's Place is a great company. Coastal Scents, you have to order their palettes online. I will leave a link down below where you can order their palettes. But if you're looking for another reasonable price palette, you can check Juvia's Place. You can get this at Ulta, or you can order it from off their site. But this is the Warrior 2 palette, and this one is kind of like a nude, but it has pops of red. It's a great palette. I use it every now and then. It's not one of my favorite palettes of them, but I use it enough. The other one that I have from them is the Nomad palette, and this one I picked up because I was intrigued by the color story in here. I love this color story. It's like greens and yellows. It's very pretty. I've used this palette a few times. I really love it. And my favorite all-time palette that I use of Juvia's Place is the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place. This one gets the most use out of all of them. This one again is a nude palette, and as you can see, I have a type. I do like a lot of nude shadows, but this one right here If you don't have any other eyeshadow palettes in your collection and you're looking for one to get you along, to start you off, then this one is the one to get. Get the Nubian. So I do have the Nubian 3, and my little sister bought me this for a Christmas present this year, so I have not used this, but I'm looking forward to playing with it. It has it's great. I could have actually use this to do my eyes today. Yeah, I'm gonna play with this this week, but it has some great burgundies and pinks and a mauve color. It does have like these right here, these silvers, and so yeah, this is a pretty palette. Can't wait to start using this. I have the chocolate. Again, you know I like anything that's nude related, so this one is just browns. It has that nice hint right here, this brick color. I use that for transition, but yeah, this is a great palette as well. This is another one that my little sister purchased for me, and this is the Topaz by Juvia's Place. And this one is, again, this is a nude. It's just like the chocolate, but the colors are very light. Topaz, of course. So I will probably use this one as a... I would use this with something else. I will probably use majority of these colors for transition. Or like maybe like one shade looks like when I'm going back to work or something like that. Now I do have the Nubian Glow. I have both of them. I did a video on this, and I'll link that down below so you can see it. But I have the Nubian Glow, which is the Sunset Rise type of palette. It has yellow and oranges in it. Love that. And then I have the Nubian Royal, which is the purple. I play with this palette a lot because purple is my favorite color. The last Juvia's Place palette that I have is the La Moposa. And again, my little sister purchased this one for me for Christmas. This one, again, to me is a summer palette. The only thing I guess I can kind of use this one as a transition. It doesn't, to me, have a great story, color story, but I will have to use this in combination with another palette. But I do love the colors in it. And I love my little sister for thinking about me and purchasing me some eyeshadow palettes for Christmas. Okay, moving on to some other palettes that I use on a day-to-day basis. Now these ones I keep right at my arm length, so I can just reach over and grab these palettes. So these are the palettes that I keep right at arm lengths. The first one that I have in my collection is, again, another one that I got from out of a BoxyCharm, and this is the Beauty Bakery Breakfast in Bed palette. I have not used this palette yet. Again, I feel like this one is a springtime palette. All of the colors are like mauve, pinks, and purples, so I have not played with it yet. I have I purchased this palette during, when did I purchase this? The VIB sale at Sephora, and this is the Pat McGrath, and this was her mini eyeshadow palette. And I wanted to try out some of her shadows. Pat McGrath shadows are very expensive, so I have a lot of eyeshadows, so I said, well, let me just get a little mini. And I got this one. This one is the nude, but to me it looked like all the shades are kind of shimmer, but we will see. I haven't used it yet, guys. So that's, and then I have this Natasha Denona. This came in a BoxyCharm. I have this one. Oh, where did I get this from? I think I got this palette from Target. And it has some oranges and yellows and nudes. Guys, these kind of color stories are really like my favorite eyeshadow combination, especially for my skin tone. I feel like they go very great with me. Yeah, I got this from Target. I've used it twice. The shadows are really good. What's this? This one is a LA Girl, and this is a nude palette. I know you guys tired of me saying that, but this is definitely a nude. You kind of will see a trend. I need to stop buying nude shadows. What else do I have? Okay, so this one, this Iconic London, this is a face palette. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I won't use this. I will probably donate this to one of my girlfriends because this is a light palette. I can't do anything with it. So it's supposed to be, it's a face palette. It's supposed to have a blush, a highlighter, and a bronzer, but I can't do anything with it. And I do have some light skinned girlfriends, so I'll give them this. I don't want to give it away or sell it or anything like that because BoxyCharms don't give you like the boxes that it come with. So I'm just going to gift it to one of my friends. So the last things that I have on my, grab stash, I do have a few more, but on this eyeshadow storage, I do have 2 Makeup Revolution palettes, and this one was my favorite one. This one is called, this is the Neutral 2 palette, and guys, I broke it. I dropped it, and one of my shades fell out. And I was going to repurchase it, but I just didn't want to repurchase it just for one shade. But this is one of my favorite palettes too, guys. It is so pretty. And if I'm not mistaken, I got this from Marshalls. I believe I got both of these from Marshalls. Now this one is the Neutral 3. Again, this one is a little bit deeper than the first one. These shades are very beautiful. And they're just pinks, and they got this little pop right here of this like blue black. Love this. Love these palettes. Makeup Revolution. Got them from Marshalls. If I'm not mistaken, $3.99. Still got the tag on it. Marshalls, $3.99, guys. If you're looking for some good eyeshadows, I did a whole video on it. Marshalls have great eyeshadow palettes. Reasonable price. You can't beat it. The other thing that I have here, now this one is a face palette as well. This is a highlighter palette from Makeup Revolution. I don't grab for it as often because I really don't wear highlighters that deep anymore. But this one is a great highlighter kit. Like if you're trying to, again, build up your makeup collection. Got this from Marshalls. It has highlighters for everybody. You have the pinky shades. You have the golden highlighters. You have the more natural bronze type of highlighters. So you can't go wrong with this highlighter palette. And again, it's from Makeup Revolution, and I got it from Marshalls. So so that's this little container that I keep eyeshadows. And let me show you my last one. So this is the other little eyeshadow kit that I keep at my fingertips. I have the Esmeralda palettes, and I showed you guys these in BoxyCharm. So I have the regular Esmeralda, and I have the Esmeralda 2. I'm not going to open these up because I showed them to you guys in a BoxyCharm. And I'll link that video down below if you want to check that out. I have 3 9-pan Morphe palettes. These, I actually got all 3 of these from Marshalls. Again, these are great cheap palettes that you can get to start you off if you know, looking for some cheap palettes. The first one is the 9A, and again, this is just a nude palette. Great size for traveling, everyday makeup look. You can't go wrong with that. Then I have the 9C, and this one is more so my reds. Has some pops of plum in here. And this one is 9C, and then my last one is 9G. This one is like a all over, so I have some eggplant like purples, I have some plums, I have some reds, some mauve reds, I have yellow, I have a green. So this one is kind of like an all over. Love this palette. You can't go wrong with it. You can do a lot of makeup looks with this. And this one is the 9G. The last two palettes that I have up here for my, you know, just grab and use are two Essential palettes. And I have the Essential Fire and the Essential Earth. I use the Essential Fire on this makeup look right here. So if you want to see this look, I'll do a video and show you. But I use this palette right here. Again, I got these palettes from Ulta. Cheap palettes, if I'm not mistaken, it may have been like a $5 palette. The pigments in here are so great. This one is like a red. It's fire. So I got reds and oranges. You have some brown, so you can do a new look, but it's a fire palette, so you're gonna get more of those, you know, flamey type of colors. This one is Earth, and this one is a nude. It has a hint of green, I guess, because it's Earth. So you have these two little greens right here, I guess, to represent grass, but it's more so nudes, browns, and stuff like that. I haven't used this one yet, guys. So now I have, again, like I told you guys, I keep these right here arm length so I can just reach over and grab them. I have this little, it's actually a little acrylic storage shelf that my husband purchased for me because I need a storage for my makeup. So I love him for that. And in this little shelf, I keep all of my little teeny mini palettes, eyeshadow quads, and things like that. So I'm just going to go from the top to bottom. I have this Urban Decay Naked palette. I really don't like it. I'm not even going to show it to you. I don't even use it. I need to get rid of it. I really don't use it. I have these two Wet n Wild quads. I love these. This one is the My Glam Squad, and this one is the nude one. Guys, I use this one when I used to take this one with me when I was going to work. When I used to go to work, I would go to the gym first thing in the morning. I used to go to the gym like 5 o'clock in the morning. And after I finished my workout and wash up and everything like that, I would do my makeup in my office. So this one right here, because it's so small, is a new palette. It has some great color, great pigments. I could just pop this in my, you know, my makeup container and didn't have to worry about having too much stuff because it's just a perfect size. So I used to use these all the time last year for work. And so this one is the nude one, and when I wanted to do like just a pop of color or something like that, I would use this one. And this one is the VI Purple Wet n Wild. Got these from Walgreens, guys. Great, if maybe $3-4. Great eyeshadows. So I have that. I'm not going to show these not mine. These were actually my mother's makeup eyeshadows, and I kept them when I, you know, was going through her stuff after we lost my mom. I kept all of her makeup just for sentimental, because she's the reason why I actually got into makeup and started loving makeup and wearing makeup. So I just wanted to keep these just as a token of my mom. So I'm not even going to show them to you guys. But I have this Maybelline, and this is the City Mini palette. Again, another easy one. I love these. Like I said, I throw these in my gym bag, in my makeup bag for gym, and I could just do my makeup on the go. These little palettes like these are perfect. This one is pinks and purples, mauve. I love this palette right here. I use it a lot. Some new palettes that I just got is these are the Believe Beauty palettes. I did a whole video on these. I'll link it so I'm not gonna show them. You can look at the video. I don't want this to be super long. I do have one of the Fenty quads, and this one is the number 3, and it is, of course, you already know, it's the nude one. So this one is like the nude with the purple, and yeah, you should already know. I did, during the VIB sale, pick up one of the by Mario quads, and again, this one is the nude. It have a pop of purple, but it's just a quad. This is the Wet n Wild Ombre palette. I don't know what the name of this is, but I love this one. I use this one. I used to use this one a lot last winter. It has a deep burgundy in here. It has a eggplant purple, and then it has like a nice shimmer color, and this nice red. I love this palette. So I have the Huda khaki palette, the nude, and this is the nude. This is the Obsession Nude, and I've up Rich. And I'll just do a glimpse of these. So khaki, of course, you know, is a nude palette. This one has more burgundies and reds. And then I have the Obsession. This is the Topaz. And so this one, of course, is the orange. You can see my color stories are basically the same. I like the orange sunset type of palettes, and I like the red rosy type of palettes, and the regular nudes. That's usually what I use all the time. I also have 3 of the LA Girl palettes, and this one is the Keep It Playful. I did a video with these. I will link it down below showing you guys these palettes. But I have the Keep It Playful, all of them say Keep It Playful palettes. I have 3 of the E.L.F quads. Again, another nice little palettes that I can just throw and just keep it moving. This one is Berry Bed. So this one is that pink. I have Carnival Candy. This one is pretty. It has that nice blue. And the last one I have is Rose Water. And again, of course, it's Rose Water. So, of course, you know, this one is pinks. Light pinks, dark pinks. And it does have this hint of this like brown purple. So that is all of the eyeshadow palettes that I own, guys. I mean, it seemed like it's a lot, but it's really not a lot. As you can see, I do use a lot of drugstore palettes versus high-end makeup palettes. They work perfectly fine for me. I'm one of them type of people that I want to get as much bang for my buck. So I don't always go all out and spend a lot of money on eyeshadow palettes, because I feel like the drugstore ones work just as well as the high-end ones. So as you can see, I do not own a lot of high-end, versus I have more drugstore than high-end eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the rest of my makeup collection, and we're going to go super fast. Okay, so moving on to my drawer. I have a Alex 6-drawer dupe that I got off of Amazon, and again, I will link everything down below that I use for storage or that I have. So for my top drawer, what I keep in there is my moisturizers and my primers. I keep my drawers in order of how I put my makeup on. So I have little containers, acrylic containers, and I'll show you my moisturizer. I don't have a lot of moisturizer that I keep right here for my makeup. I do have the Clinique, and this one is the gel hydration moisturizer. I have a Cetaphil that I use. I have the Teeny Ole Hendrix moisturizer. I have the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. I haven't opened this one up. And I have the Solar Generous. This is the Bomb Bomb Cream. I have that as far as moisturizer. And then I have this one. I don't even know if this is a face moisturizer. I think this is a face moisturizer. Something I got in BoxyCharm that I never even opened up. I have a eye primer that I got from BoxyCharm that I never used yet. And then I have another eye primer. This is the Urban Decay one. This is I had a couple of them. I have another one somewhere around here, but I don't even use these for primers anymore, so I keep that in the back of my drawer. Then I have my face primers broke up in two little acrylic drawers, and I have them broke up versus drugstore and high-end. I'll go through the drugstore one first, and then I'll go through the high-end one. So for my drugstore one, I have my Rimmel Stay Matte. This is one of my favorite primers, guys. I run through these and buy them a lot, especially in the summertime. This is like the best matte primer that you can buy. I have this Pacifica, and this is called the Pineapple Quench. And this one is a moisturizer and primer, and have hyaluronic acid. I really like it. It's very hydrating. It really is. I have this NYX Angel Veil primer. Not really one of my favorites, but I have this new Morphe one that I just purchased from BoxyCharm. This one is a CoverGirl Trubulin. I have a L'Oreal Infallible, and this is another matte one. As you can see, it's literally almost gone, so I'm actually going to put this in my everyday stash so I can kind of hurry up and use this one up. I have this new Believe Beauty one that I just purchased. This one is a Rimmel Prep. This is a Rimmel Prime and Plus, and this is another mattifying one. I have the E.L.F Jelly. This is the Maybelline Master Prime. And then I have this E.L.F Hydration Primer. So that's all of my drugstore primers. And I do have more drugstore primers than I have high-end primers, guys. So for my high-end primers, I have the Fenty, and this one is the mattifying primer from Fenty. This is the Rare Beauty primer, just came out. This is a Cover FX Blurifying Primer. I have the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I actually have a backup of that one. I really like it. I have this Too Faced Hangover Primer. Again, this is another one that's my favorite. It's very hydrating. It's almost gone, so I'm actually going to pull this one as well so I can use it up. I have the Too Faced Peach Primer. I have the Tarte Poreless Primer. I have the Makeup Forever One Step Primer. This is another one. This is very matte. I use this in the summertime as well. keeps all the oil away. Then I have these mini Smashbox primers, and this one is a photo finish. This one is the hydrating one. It's a sample size. This one is oil free. So as far as high-end primers, that's all I got. Okay, moving on to, and then I have my in this drawer as well, I keep my nighttime lip mask. You know, keep my lips moisturized. And all three of these are the Laneige. Okay guys, so the next drawer in my drawer is my foundation collection. And I'm not going to go over this because I did a video already on my foundation collection. I'll link that down below. You can look at it and see all the foundation I have. But yes, as you can see, my drawer is kind of filled, so I really don't need to be buying any more foundations this year. But we'll see. And let's go to the next drawer. The next drawer is my concealers and setting sprays. So I'm going to show you guys my setting sprays because I have more concealers than setting sprays. And for my setting sprays, I just keep them all mixed together. I don't have a lot. This is the little container that I keep them in. I have two E.L.F. setting sprays. I have the regular makeup mist, and then I have the matte version. So those two. I have the Wet n Wild Cucumber setting spray. This one is almost gone. I have a mini matte prep and prime. I use this to moisturize my skin before I put my makeup on. I have the Maybelline Lasting Fix setting spray. I have the Makeup Revolution Pro Fix setting spray. This one is Oil Control. This is the Black Radiance Dewy setting spray. I have the Urban Decay All Nighter. I have another Makeup Revolutions. This is the Revolution Pro, and this is the hydrating one. I have the E.L.F. Dewy Setting Mist. I have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. And then my last one is the Benign Final Seal, recommended by Jackie Anna. So yes, I had to pick this up. So that's all my setting sprays. Like I said, I don't have a lot. This works perfectly fine for me. Concealers. Now, this bad boy is pretty stacked. And the reason why I do have so many concealers, because you know I always try to get two of each kind, because I use one that's good for a highlight, but then I use one that's a little extra bright. So starting off with my favorite concealers, I have two Born This Way Too Faced concealers. I have the and I have the shades Butterscotch and Chestnut. I have two of the E.L.F. And this is the Camo Hydration Primers. I'm sorry, concealers. And I have Tan Latte and Deep Chestnut. Put it here. Makeup Revolution. I have three Makeup Revolution setting concealers. I have C1, C12, 5, and C14. The one for C1, I use this when I'm doing cut crease. I also have the P. Louise concealer, and this is in number 2. I use this for cut crease as well. I have one Urban Decay Naked, and this one is in 70 WO. I have two Believe Beauties, and I have Beige and Sand concealers. Two Juvia's Place concealers, and I have the number 13 and 11. I have a Covergirl. This is a True Blend, and I have the shade Natural Tan. I have a Fenty. This one is in the shade 390. Sephora concealer. And I thought I had another Sephora. This one is 13. I have a NYX Born to Glow in the shade I don't know. This one is Golden Honey. I have two Black Radiance. I use this for when I'm doing a one step and I want to contour my face for bronzing. And this one is 80003, and it's like really, it's dark. It's like a real chocolate. I actually used this today to contour my face. Really like it. I have a Pat McGrath. Just bought this during the Sephora VIB sale, and this is in MD23. One of my favorites drugstore is the Maybelline Fit Me, and I have this in the shade 30N and 25. And then, hold on. I think everybody have these in their collection. These are my LA Girl concealers, and I have the shade, this one is Toffee, this one is Warm Honey, and this one is Dark Cocoa. Again, I use this to contour my face. Also in this drawer, I keep my little backups. So I have a backup E.L.F. And this is the regular setting spray. I have another LA Girl in the shade Fawn. I have my backups of my Makeup Revolution. I love their concealers, guys. Both of these is 12.5. I love it. I have a backup of the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 30. And of course I have a backup of my Too Faced Born This Way in Chestnut and Butterscotch. So that is my third drawer. So the next drawer is my setting powders. And when I did my Sephora VIB haul, I told you guys I have a lot of setting powders. Setting powders, I don't know what it is, but I'm addicted to them. I buy them all the time. So, whoo. I'm just gonna, let me take them out, and then I'll show you guys what I have. So, setting powders. These are all setting powders that I use to set my concealer only, okay? This is a disclaimer. So, I have two of the Anastasia Beverly Hills setting powders. I have one in the translucent, and then I have one in the deep peach. I usually like to use the translucent to set my my primers in the summertime to make sure my face stays extra matte. I like to use this one, the translucent. So I have two of those. I have my Too Faced Peach Peach Perfect, one of my favorites. And this one is in caramelized peach. Love that. I have my Sasha Buttercup. I have a Wet n Wild. And this one is in, this is Banana. Wet n Wild Banana. I have a Sephora Micro Smooth, and I have the shade Beige. I have 2 Fenty's, and I have the shade Cashew and Honey. I have 2 of the Laura Mercier. Yeah, Laura Mercier. I have 2 Laura Merciers, and I have, this one is translucent and this one is honey. So I got the minis. I have the Patrick Ta. This one is in translucent. I have this sample of KVD translucent. I have the Urban Decay All Nighter setting powder. I have the E.L.F. and this one is the Sheer Tint setting powder. I have the Maybelline Super Stay setting powder, and this one is in the shade 16H. I actually used this one today. Did I use that today? I don't think so. I have 2 of the Maybelline FitMe's, and I have 25 medium and 35 deep. I have the Juvia's Place, and this one is in Gobi. Then I have some oldies but goodies. I have some Vanity setting powders, and I have the caramel. And I put these in these containers. I have caramel, topaz, and cocoa tan. These are all the light shades. This is what they originally come in, the Vanity powders. And I actually purchased these little sifters from off of Amazon and transferred the powders in here. So those are all of my under eye concealer type of setting powders that I use. So now I'm going to show you guys the 5th drawer in this thing is the setting powders that I use to set my all over face powders. So the 5th drawer, I have setting powders for all over my face and also bronzers, guys. So I am going to start off with the setting powders, and then I will show you guys my bronzers. So I do use these little acrylic storing containers like this to store a majority of them. So I will just show you the pressed powders first, and then I'll show you the loose powders. So I do have 2 of the Sephora Micro Smooths in Deep Ebony. I have a Maybelline Super Stay, and this one is 355 Coconut. Really nice powder. Again, I actually used this one today to set my face. Really nice. So I have the Too Faced Born This Way, and I have Shy. I have this Rimmel, and this is a bronzer actually. This is number 12. I actually use this for my wigs, actually, for my parts. But then I have 3 Black Radiance powders, and actually this one is a bronzer. So I have 2 for setting my face, and I have Golden Almond and Honey Almond, depending on the type of season. Golden Almond I use in the summertime, Honey Almond I use in the fall time. I have Makeup Revolution, and this is the Revolution Conceal and Define in 14.5. I have a Fenty, and this is in the shade Nutmeg. I have the Laura Mercier, and this is in medium deep. I have another backup of the Sephora Micro Smooth that has not been opened. And then I have a benign setting powder, and this one is in nutmeg as well. Oh, wait a minute. I have another benign, and this one is in chestnut. Wait a minute. Sorry, guys. I have the black opal in setting powder, and this is in dark. Is that it? Yes. So okay. So those are my all over face setting powders. So now let me show you guys my bronzers. Okay. So I'm gonna show you the ones. I do have another container that I keep my bronzers in. I have the Full Spectrum Covergirl. Love this. I have an E.L.F bronzer, and this one is Constantly Bronze. I have the Sephora bronzer, and this is in 05. I have a Morphe bronzer, and this one is a bronzer and a kind of like a highlight. I don't use it that often. I have two Fenty's. I have Cocoa Naughty and Mocha Mommy. And then, of course, like I said, I have another Black Radiance, and this one is in Rich Mahogany. I have two Revelations Glow Makeup Revolutions. This one is in medium, and this one is in dark. I have another Revolutions Conceal and Define, and this one is in 16.5. I have a Morphe bronzer, and this is in Leader. And then I have the Natasha Denona Contour and Scope bronzer, and this one is in Deep. So those are all my bronzers. The last two drawers that I have on my in my collection, I'm not gonna really like go over them. I'll just kind of show you, but they're not like really important. One of them is just my eye products. So I have like my lashes, my mascara, my eyeliners, and things like that. And then the last drawer is just the stuff that I use to clean my makeup brushes and to clean my face. So it's just my cleaner, my makeup wipes, and the stuff that I use, like I said, to clean my makeup brushes when it's time for me to do that. I'll show you a glimpse of it, but it's really nothing excited. So I'm not going to pull all of that stuff out because both of those drawers are packed, jam-packed. I probably have some other stuff in here that don't go with those categories, but it's just like a catch-all, both of those drawers. But I'll just give you a glimpse of it, and then I'll pan around and show you guys my vanity, because I do keep my lip pencils on my vanity, and I keep my lipsticks and some lip glosses on my vanity as well. So I'll kind of show you that, and that will complete my makeup haul, guys. I told you I do not have a lot of makeup, but I have enough makeup, if that makes any sense. So let me show you these two drawers, and then I'll show you my lip products. So this is my eye product drawer, and as I stated before, it's just really eyeshadow. I got a lot of lashes. These are lashes all down here. Back here is some more lashes, mascara, eyeliners. I keep them, you know, in this drawer here. I do have some extra cleaner right there, and then this little container over here is just extra makeup. This is that extra palette I was telling you guys about in my video. And then this one is just all of my extra stuff that have not been opened. Mascaras that I haven't used yet. Lash glue. Eyeliners. Eyebrow pencils. Like all of the stuff that haven't been used. Or they're just back up. Pencils. Lip pencils. So that's what I keep in this drawer. Right here. Just, and then the final drawer. Ugh. This final drawer is truly just my face cleansers. Like, this drawer have my backup cleansers that's not in the bathroom. Like these right here are Saturday skincare. I got my one spray. I use this to clean, this right here to clean my brushes. This is my Garnier Skin Miracle Water, my Beauty Blender soap, my Clinique. This was a cleaning oil that my brother's job made for me. I have my Neutrogena Exfoliating Hydro Boost, Purifying, some more scrub brush things. I have the little brush cleaner thing. This is some more brush cleaner spray. Just like, it's just all cleaning stuff. Anything that you would use to clean your face or your brushes. That's what's in there. This is the soap that I use to clean my makeup brushes. So that's what I keep in this last drawer. Nothing exciting. That is all. Okay guys, so let me just show you my vanity. I'm trying to make sure I don't, you know, go too far up because I don't want my mirror to glare. Let me see, I need to turn this down. So I keep all of my lip pencils right at the front of my vanity mirror just so I can get to them, and I keep them in, these are makeup brushes guys. These are makeup brushes I'm actually about to clean. So let me just move that out the way. So I keep my makeup brushes in order. They kind of color coded. So my first one are just browns. Majority of these are browns. And then on this side I have like my eyebrow pencils. So I have like my all my brown pencils. Then on the far right side, I keep my right, your left. I keep my reds and my pinks. So these are all of my reds and pinks, lip pencils, and then in the middle I keep my blues and my purples. And as you can see, I really do not have a lot of blues or purple lip pencils. So, yeah. So those are all of my pencils. And like I said, I just keep them at the front of my vanity. Then over here, I keep my lipstick tower. And in this little drawer, I just keep all of my lip glosses. I'm not a really big fan of lip glosses. I'm like really just starting to get to lip glosses like that. I'm more of a lipstick type of girl. So I do have this lipstick tower. I keep it organized by the type. So I keep all of my nudes, lipsticks right here. Liquid lipsticks, regular lipsticks on this one. Then I have my reds, all my reds and my plums and my vampy colors. I have my purples right here, and then I have my pinks. So I have nudes, pinks, reds, and plums in this container. And then this little, let me see if I can show you. This little tower right here is usually where I keep my makeup brushes for the week that I'm using to do my makeup. And this one has some NYX Butter liquid lipsticks. I really don't use these like that anymore, but these are the metallics and these are the regular ones. I just keep them up here. And these are samples. These are like little sample lipsticks that you get from Sephora and stuff like that. So that completes my makeup haul, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it was not too long. As I stated, it's a small makeup collection to most. It's a lot to others. But to me, it's a medium size. It does work for me. But I know my makeup collection will continue to grow because it's just something that I love so much. So I'm always constantly buying makeup. I do believe, you know, my goal for 2021 is to be a little more self-conscious on what I purchase. So I may not be purchasing a lot of foundations because, as you saw, I do have a lot of them. I am definitely going to do a strike on purchasing nude eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to try to get away from that. I feel like I want to jump back into wearing some colors, and I just don't need any more nude shadow palettes. So if it's not something that come out, an eyeshadow palette that really catches my eyes and like pull me to it, I don't think that I'll be buying too many eyeshadow palettes. Yeah. Setting powders, I probably won't be buying a lot of those this year. These are things that I'm saying right now in January. We will see at the end of the year how I do, but you guys are witness to me saying this now. My goal is to try to stay away from certain items, but sometimes I do go a little crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please tell me down below how you feel my makeup collection is, and if you have any items that I may have mentioned and how you feel about them, guys. I would like to talk to you guys about it down in the description box down below. And if you want me to do an in-depth on any products that I mentioned, guys, drop it down below and we can talk about it. And if you have something or know of something that I don't have in my collection that you think that I would need in my collection, that's a good thing for me. Guys, give me all the tips. Like, tell me about the products. I like trying new stuff. Like, I fiend for it. I hate to be the last one without it. So with that being said, I did order the Fenty setting powder that just dropped right after Christmas. I went to Sephora, guys, already. I already went to Sephora and purchased some stuff. So we will be having a haul sometime next week or whatever the case may be. Yes, I'm already at it, but I did good, okay? The only reason why I went out and shopped was because my family loved me so much that they gave me gift cards for Christmas gifts. So I had to spend them, right? So you will be having a haul coming soon. Look forward to that. And again, I hope you guys have a great holiday, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.